Welcome back. Today's topic is very important for a lot of you who have submitted their documents and currently waiting for the result for their document screening. So, as mentioned for the Global Career Scholarship Program, the first step is the reviewing institution will receive your document and then will conduct their first level of assessment, which is the document screening. So, for this screening, they will check every document that you have submitted and then assess if it qualifies or it fits the standard of what they are requiring from the applicants. So there's no parameter set by NIED. There's no explicit list set by NIED. But the thing is, the standard for this is based on how I understood the scholarship program is that the forms. If you have submitted all the required documents and then provide supplementary documents under the awards and certificates, I think you'll be good with that. But again, there are instances wherein people or applicants would fail the document screening. And one of the biggest reasons actually is the recommendation letter. If it's not properly submitted and properly prepared, you'll fail the document screening stage. If NID finds out that you were able to open the recommendation letter and then see the content, NID will remove your name in the list. So that's how it works. The embassy and the Korean university are very well trained in terms of document screening because they always do that when receiving documents from visa applicants, from students coming to South Korea. So they would know if there are changes in like something suspicious. So again, after the document screening, the next important step, which for me is very important, and I really like this step even though I wasn't able to experience this during my time, it's the interview stage. The interview stage is very important for you guys because this is the time when you can share your information, provide substance to what you have written in your personal statement, what you have shared in your study plan, the documents you've shared in your awards and certificates. The interview stage could be the way for you to provide more details. Again, a standard practice for writing essays is not providing all information of all details there because there'll be an opportunity for you to expand on it. Putting a lot of information in the personal statement and study plan could actually make it look messy. So again, I have a lot of tips guide for especially under my paid subscription program. If you're under there, you'll be able to know what I'm talking about. But again, going to the interview round, I'll be providing some general tips as well in order for you to understand how it goes. So this information came from some of my friends who experienced the interview stage because unfortunately for my case, well, I think it's a fortunate case because I did not undergo the interview stage. So when Hanyang University received my documents, they just say, okay, you passed, you're selected as our student, which made me happy. And sometimes I felt a little, it was a missed opportunity for me because I know I can excel in like conversations and like quick Q&As. I like those instances or like interactions. But I was fortunate because I don't have to experience the stress. But then for the interview round, some of the key questions that you have to understand is during interview round, the NIAD embassy and the Korean universities would most likely base the questions on what information you've mentioned in your personal statement, study plan, the awards and certificate documents, all the information you've previously given. They will not invent scenarios. They will not invent instances. Majority of the meat of the interview round is based on the experiences you've had and the things that you have written. Therefore, the first tip that I will be giving you, especially for those who will be preparing for the interview round, is to read your personal statement and statement of purpose and study plan and make sure that if a question is asked about what you've written in these essays, you can easily answer and provide guidance, provide information. Because again, majority of the questions will be coming there. And think of it this way. The interview round is the opportunity for the NIED University and Korean Embassy to validate if what you've written is authentic. Because again, if what you're saying during the interview is not aligned with what you've written in your statement of purpose, personal statement, and study plan, that's already a red flag for them. And that could be an opportunity for them to remove you from the list of the students that they will include. Again, the undergraduate studies is very competitive with only 1 to 2 to 3 slots per country. So they will only be getting the best of the best. So if they see even just one red flag from your application, I'm certain that they will remove you on the list. Because again, we are having a limited number of slots and quite a number of applicants. So, continuing on that tip, once you've read your personal statement study plan, make sure to identify each bullet points, probably a summary of each paragraph. So, for example, you have this 2-page essay for the personal statement. Each paragraph, identify the theme of what you're discussing there. And make sure that when you see the theme and the question is being asked by the NIED University or like the Korean University and their embassy, you can easily pinpoint, okay, they're discussing about this topic. They're discussing about this topic. Again, this is more of for you to be able to get, it's more of you being able to have mastery over what you've written. And then when they ask questions, it's more of a conversation. Again, interviews are not supposed to be robotic or memorized answer. Interviews are conversational. So, for example, they ask you, okay, Justin, introduce yourself. I will not be introducing myself the traditional way, like my name, my age, my birthday, my home country, and such. Because again, they already have those information in my statement of purpose, personal statement, in my birth certificate, in my passport, in my forms. I'll make sure to introduce myself in a more impactful and something that would last. Because again, think of it this way: during interviews, they will not be interviewing you alone. Some of the interviews are panel interview style. You'll be interviewed with other applicants, and then they will assess who will shine. You can start with, I am a product of opportunity and misery. But again, in the end of the day, I chose to persevere. It's kind of odd if it was start that way, but again, that's very intriguing. Or you can start with, I am a student passionate with the movement of motion. That makes sense. That's why I didn't choose science. Or for example, I'll go back to business, so it's easier for me to explain. Trade, commerce, and business are my key interests and some of the driving forces that made me choose to decide to apply for the scholarship program. As a person who had experience managing my own business at a young age, I have gained a lot of insights from how to manage a business on a practical standpoint. The reason why I'm applying for the scholarship program is I want to get support and greater understanding of the theories behind it as I see fit in order to complete the puzzle of theories and practical approach. Hence, I'm submitting my application for the Global Career Scholarship Program undergraduate studies and selecting this university for this specific course. I went straight to the point that I know what I want to do. I know I had the experience. I know I had the um, previous knowledge to back up my claim. But now I'm saying that my application is the next half of the puzzle. It's kind of straightforward introduction, but again, it's not starting with the personal details because those information are already in them. If you want to know more about how to introduce yourself well, please join my paid subscription program. Till then,